Welcome to the Mind Myself interview with Danzhu Mowat. Danzhu, we're so glad to have you here with us today.
Nice meeting you, Esther.
Excellent. And I know that you speak both English and Mandarin. So today you're going to hear Danzhu speak in both English and Mandarin. And in that light, I'm going to give you a short greeting. Ni hao and Huan Ying. Ying?
Yeah, you're good. Sounds really good. Ni hao.
Thank you.
欢迎. Hello and welcome.
Excellent. Thank you and forgive my errors. So let's start out, Danzhu, by telling the audience a little bit about your credentials, how you came to choose the practice that you're doing, and why you're passionate about it.
Yeah, right now I am a acupuncturist and TCM practitioner, which is a traditional Chinese medicine practitioner. And I started, it's linked with my background of Chinese martial arts and Tai Chi and Qigong practice. I have been teaching for many years in Winnipeg, and then some friends and some of my students asked me, oh, you should practice, acupuncture, Chinese medicine, because it's linked, in old times, and they're all in the same family. So how healing. So I was curious about it, but never really put into action. Finally, a friend saying, you still haven't decided? Why don't you use your vacation time? Come to my clinic and see it from your own eyes. The first day changed my mind. Yeah, I had met this professor from where I worked, which is the medical school at University of Manitoba. He's a professor at the cancer care. He was surprised to see me. Then he told me many years ago he had autoimmune system disorder, and he had seen so many specialists. Final answer was he had to live like that for the rest of his life. Then friends suggested him to see an alternate medicine, acupuncture and TCM practitioner. And in few sessions, he already feels so much better. After a few months, he is completely healed. He told me that had changed his concept of health. Since then, he just come to acupuncture and Chinese herbal medicine for maintenance few times a year. He has been very healthy. And I have heard many other stories from other patients. Totally changed my mind. I finally made my decision to change my career path. I am so happy that I did it.
That's wonderful. And what would you say to your Mandarin listeners, briefly?
不要害怕改变. If something knocking in your heart, you be brave enough, 就是勇敢的去做你喜欢的事情. Be brave enough to do what you like to do.
Fantastic. Thank you for that. And tell us a little bit about what kind of people you most like to work with.
I would say I prefer to see people who love themselves and people who follows the law of the nature. And of course, we are living in a different environment and different family. Sometimes you're a little bit off track, or we don't even know what is the law of the nature. Why do we have to follow it? Don't worry. I also prefer patients. They are willing to change. They are willing to learn. So we'll see the results, a good result, and last longer. I don't want to keep treating people and getting better, and then they do not follow or practice, the law of the nature and to keep the health, and we keep treating it. So I don't know, we are kind of running in a circle, not healing. That's not something I want to see. I want to see you heal and last the healing and healthy after.
Excellent. And how would you say something to your Mandarin listeners about that?
遵循这个宇宙的规律 just
Excellent.
follow the law of the nature.
Okay.
Because we are part of it. We cannot against it. We cannot change saying, I want to play and the sun don't go down. We cannot change that.
Absolutely. And what would you say your particular focuses of treatment are? What do you focus on?
I have been treating lots of fertility issues, men's and women's health, and I have been helping people with their difficulty falling or staying asleep, like insomnia patients, and lots of emotional imbalancing, like anxiety, depression, even mania, and of course, pain, any kind of pain in any location, headaches, body aches, stiffness, and plus traditional Chinese medicine is very good at preventative. Yeah, so even people before they are really getting sick, but from the diagnosis of, the color of your face and the spirits and the tongue, the pulse checking, so we can tell, prevent something big to happening, or even some recovery of stroke. Yeah, it's very good.
And in Mandarin?
Yeah, 各种的男科、妇科，头疼、失眠，治疗胃病，还有一些中风之后的后遗症啊，都是非常好的治疗。
Thank you. And Danzhu, how do your closest friends describe you?
Well, my friends would say I'm kind of compassionate, loving, and caring. And I'm very confident and motivated and learning. Never stopped learning, especially in this TCM field. Always something there. Yeah.
And to your Mandarin friends?
具有爱心啊，从来不会停止去学习新的知识呀，这也是一种让我们永葆年轻的一个方法吧。Keep us young, yeah.
I wish I could speak Mandarin. It sounds so beautiful. Your language sounds so beautiful.
Thank you.
Can you describe what an initial session with you looks like?
Some of my patients saying it's like an eye opener, and then you can learn something about what you may feel or why you feel this way after a needle penetrating through your skin. And I usually would add some guided meditation to help patients to feel the ease and to feel the body, so that could help to have a better and more effective results. And plus, patient can gain a little bit skill. They can practice at home. Yeah, really can keep the effect as well. Yeah.
And in Mandarin?
中国人呢，我们都知道针灸会有一些酸麻胀痛是好的感觉，但是为什么呢？很多人不知道，到我这来呢， 你可以了解到为什么会有酸麻胀痛。针灸之后，有一些什么好的改变呢？你有没有做过冥想、打坐？到我这里来，你也可以学习如何打坐。
Excellent. And what other services or practices do you incorporate in the offerings that you give to people? Like herbs, I imagine, and maybe some other workshops?
Yes, of course, the TCM practicing, including acupuncture, Chinese herbal medicine, plus gua sha, cupping, moxibustion, and incorporate with my practice. Of course, I mentioned earlier some guided meditation, and I even sometimes I may help people or teach people some Tai Chi movements or Qigong to help them to practice at home and to keep the results for a longer time. Yeah. I'm also a a certified yoga instructor. Maybe some yoga movements as well. I may throw it in there, here and there. Yeah.
I love it. I think I'm going to book a session with you for sure. And can you share that in Mandarin as well?
Yeah, 我们也知道呢，中医它呢包括针灸、中药，还有刮痧、拔罐呀，moxibustion 呢，艾灸。同时呢，我呢会加入一些太极、气功，甚至瑜伽的一些动作，来帮助你回家以后保持你的健康，保持这个治疗的结果。
Thank you. And what is it that you do, Danzhu, to stay healthy in your life?
For me, of course, I like to follow the law of the nature, and of course, most of the time. And for example, try to go to sleep not too late, not too past 11 p.m. That's for sure. And waking up in between 5 and 7. Usually, I wake up around 6 or even before 6. And regular stretching and workout and meditation regularly, and most importantly, keep smiling, feeling happy and relaxed, smiling to your friends, smiling to your family, to people around you.
I love that. You're the only practitioner so far who has talked about smiling and laughing, staying positive. Could you please say that in Mandarin as well?
保持我们的健康呢，当然首先我们遵循这个自然的规律哈，同时当然了，这就是早睡早起，身体好，这是我们都知道的啊。同时保持你的微笑，对朋友、对亲人、对每一个人保持微笑，微笑对你自己都是很好的健康，保持健康的方式。
Fantastic. And what's something, Danzhu, that you're most grateful for in your life, in both English and then in Mandarin?
I'm grateful for so many things, but regarding my career, my TCM practicing, first, I'm so grateful that I met my martial art teacher, Chinese martial art teacher when I was younger in China. That really made me feel confident and flexible and strong mentally and physically and emotionally as well. And another people I feel so grateful that I met is in Winnipeg, the practitioner Shao Li, and from her encouragement and from her encouraged me to go work at her clinic to see from my own eyes the results from her patients and how the patients feedback from the treatment, and that brought me to this field. Yeah, and other things I feel grateful, of course, having my son and married my husband and my parents and my brother and my friends. Yeah, I'm so happy to have all the love from people around me.
That's wonderful. And in Mandarin?
Oh yeah. 我首先呢，感谢我的最初的中国武术的老师孙老师、孙师傅在中国的时候，还有我的太极老师，他们呢，这个太极和中国武术的这个训练，让我感觉到，不光是身体，整个的身心都感觉到很舒适，很有自信。另外呢，感谢我的中医的启蒙老师史少丽，在温尼伯的，他给了我这个机会，看到针灸和中药能够给人带来的变化，非常感谢。
Wonderful. And what's something you'd like to leave your listeners with today? Something inspiring or something that you can encourage them with?
Yeah. When you are not feeling well, or you're not feeling yourself, or feeling helpless sometimes, never give up. Yeah, never give up. And you can feel from inner self, the inner strength would come up to support you, and never give up to looking for help. For example, acupuncture, herbal medicine can help people physically, mentally getting healthier and stronger. Yeah.
And of course, in Mandarin, to close us up, please.
当你有的时候感觉身体不适啊，很无助的时候，不要放弃，从你的身心内处找到这种力量支撑你，同时你也可以去外界寻找帮助，从朋友、家人或者呢来找一些针灸师啊、中药，都可以帮助我们从感觉不适、无助到感觉到自信、健康。
Thank you so much, Danzhu Mowat, for being here with us, being a part of our Mind Myself team. And we look forward to sending some people your way who you can help.
Thank you very much. I'm willing to help. Yeah.
Excellent. Thank you again.
Thank you for inviting me. Nice talking to you. Have a good day.
Thank you.